Welcome to another edition of In the Know. I am your host, Tony Reeves. When faced with reality, we often find ourselves trying to put plans into action that we think will help us face the circumstances we are facing. However, the plans we create can sometimes be to our detriment, usually because we often create these plans on our own and without input from others. And that is exactly what happened to me when I started creating plans for my next steps on my own after I realized I had not achieved my college goals. So today I'm going to bring you to chapter 2 of my series, Life After College, and I call this chapter, The Danger of Tunnel Vision. So here I am, April 28, 1991, with no job, no further education, and no plans for the future. At this point, there were two things that I knew were definitely going to happen. One, I was going to have to be out of my dorm by May 6, 1991. And two, I was going to have to attend a 5-month officer's basic course at Fort McClellan, Alabama from September 1991 to February 1992. Since I had a gap of about 5 months before I had to report to Fort McClellan, I focused my attention on trying to figure out what I needed to do so I would not have to go home. I decided to do a little research in our Career Resource Center at our university. And while I was there, I applied and got hired for a job as a summer resident assistant that actually had me working from June 1991 to August 1991. The job allowed me the opportunity to live on campus. I would receive a paid stipend. I could eat free in the school cafeteria. This was perfect. That took care of June through August. Now, I had to figure out where I was going to stay and what I was going to do for the month of May. I decided to ask the university administrators if I could live in one of the dorms until it was time for me to report as a summer resident assistant. They agreed. So now I have a place to stay for May. Unfortunately, for the month of May, the school cafeteria was closed. So I had to figure out how I was going to eat for the month of May. And with this, I applied and got hired as a telemarketer at a credit card company. So with 8 days to go before I graduated and I would have to leave campus, I have plans to move into one of the school dorms for the month of May, work as a telemarketer for the month of May, and then work as a resident assistant from June through August. Now, there's some things I want you to get from the story as I've just told you now. Whenever we talk about people who have a singular commitment to achieving a desired result, we usually think of them in one of two ways. One, they are singularly focused, they are disciplined. They are dedicated to doing everything possible to achieve their objectives. These people are the big picture people. On the other hand, we have the other group, the people who have tunnel vision. These people are so focused on their goals that they do not leave open the possibility for something better. They do not ask for help. They are so focused on one thing, they never open their ideas or their minds to the big picture. In my case, I definitely fell into the tunnel vision category. I was so focused on doing everything to avoid going home that I did not consider anything else like graduate school or exploring other military options or even applying for a full-time job. And listen, we all have these moments where we think we are being focused. However, we are actually so focused on looking through our own tunnel that we lose the vision of seeing something bigger and better for ourselves. For me, it was not taking the moment to evaluate what I wanted to do professionally in the long term as opposed to merely focusing on not going home. So with all this, it now brings me to my next situation. How is my plan of action going to work? Thanks everyone for tuning in. Make sure you tune in next time for our next show. I am Tony Reeves, and make sure you stay in the know.